All right, let's dive right in. Today, we are going to tackle one of the biggest, thorniest challenges in the world of FinOps, mastering your cloud cost data. Seriously, if you've ever looked at a cloud bill and felt your head start to spin, you are definitely not alone. So let's get into why it's so darn complicated.
So let's just start with that big, obvious question, right? Why is this so hard? I mean, we have business intelligence tools for everything else. Shouldn't they just work for this? It really feels like they should. But the truth is, the reality is a whole lot messier.
And here is the brutally honest answer. It's because the data you're getting is, well, it's massive, it's messy, and it is completely inconsistent. Every single cloud provider structures their data in their own unique way. Think about it. The AWS cost and usage report has something like 200 columns, and its format is totally different from what you get from Google Cloud. Trying to compare them is like trying to read two different books in two different languages at the same time. It's almost impossible to get a clear picture without some serious work.
The best way to think about it is like a data tsunami. It's just this constant, overwhelming wave of information that never stops. But, and this is the good news, there is a way to build a system to not just survive this wave, but to actually ride it. And that, right there, brings us to our main topic.
You see, the secret to taming this wave is a FinOps capability called data ingestion. This is the absolute foundation. It's the process that brings so much needed order to all that chaos, and it transforms that messy, massive stream of data into something clean, clear, and incredibly valuable.
So, what is it really? At its core, data ingestion is all about gathering up your relevant data from all over the place, cleaning it up, and putting it all in one central location. The whole goal is to create a single source of truth, one that's complete, that has business context, and that's ready for anyone in your company to analyze, not just the data wizards. And listen, a truly mature FinOps practice goes way, way beyond just looking at the cloud bill. We're talking about pulling in carbon data for your sustainability goals, performance data from engineering, and even key business metrics like revenue or customer numbers. Because when you combine all of that, that's when the magic happens. You can finally connect every single dollar of cloud spend directly to actual business value.
Okay, but getting to that level of insight, it's a journey, for sure. A really great way to map it out is by using the crawl, walk, run maturity framework. It gives you a clear path, helping you figure out where you are today and what your very next steps should be.
So here's what it looks like from 30,000 feet. In the crawl stage, you're really just starting out, probably using the tools your cloud provider gives you. Then, in the walk stage, you start bringing in data from multiple places and working to make it consistent. But in the run stage, that's the goal. That's when you have a fully unified, super granular data hub that's powering really sophisticated decisions across the entire business. Let's break this down just a bit more. When you're in crawl, you're looking at data from one cloud, probably in a silo, and the analysis is all manual. As you move to walk, you start pulling in multiple clouds, maybe some business data, and you can create more consistent reports. But the run stage? Oh, this is where it gets incredibly powerful. You've got a single repository where all your data is fully normalized. This is what lets you do deep trend analysis and ask really important questions like, what is the exact cloud cost per daily active user for our new feature, and how does that number correlate with its carbon footprint? You just can't answer that before you get to run. Now, it is absolutely crucial to remember that data ingestion isn't just an engineering problem to solve, it is a team sport. Building that single source of truth, it takes real collaboration and input from key people across the whole business. Your finance team is non-negotiable here. Their job is to be the validator. They're the ones doing the reconciliations to make absolutely sure of the data in your platform perfectly matches the bills you are actually paying. This simple step is what builds that fundamental trust in the data for everyone. Then you have engineering. They provide the ground truth. They bring in all the performance and utilization data that connects the dollars you're spending to what's actually happening inside your applications. This is how you find out if you're paying for a bunch of expensive resources that are just sitting there doing nothing. And finally, you absolutely need leadership. Their role is to champion this whole effort, to communicate why having a single, trustworthy source for all cloud data is so strategically important. That support from the top is what breaks down the silos and makes true collaboration possible. So you've got your team, you've got your process in motion. How do you actually know if you're doing a good job? Let's talk about a few key metrics that really define what a successful data ingestion practice looks like. First up, speed. A mature team can jump on and investigate any reported data quality issue within one business day.
This kind of rapid response is critical for maintaining trust. Think about it. If people think the data's wrong and nothing's being done about it, they'll just stop using it. Game over.
Next is resolution. It's not enough to just find the problems, you have to fix them, and fast. A high-performing team can resolve data issues or even adapt to a source changing its billing format in just 3 business days.
And ultimately, this right here is what you're aiming for. A really high percentage of your total cloud cost should be available in what we call a normalized format. That just means it's been cleaned up, contextualized, and mapped to your business, ready for consistent, reliable reporting that everyone can count on.
So we'll end with this question for you to think about. Without a mature data ingestion process, all that massive, messy cloud data is frankly a liability. It's confusing and it leads to bad decisions. But when you master it, it becomes one of your most valuable strategic assets. The choice really is yours.